I'm going to talk really quickly today about polenta, grits, cornmeal, and then we're going to get into some stuff. So polenta, yellow, it's a cornmeal, but it's a really coarse ground cornmeal. Grits, white cornmeal, but it's a little bit finer grind than polenta, still really coarse. Okay. And then cornmeal proper is really fine. It's not flour fine, but it's really fine compared to the other two. Now you're going to make any of these the same way. You can make them creamy like a mashed potato. You need about 4 parts of water to 1 part of the polenta, grits, or cornmeal, whichever one you're going to use. So if you're going to use a 1/4 cup of polenta, a whole cup of water. Okay, so here's our mise en place. Got a 1/4 cup of the polenta, 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan, about a teaspoon of the garlic butter we made, a little salt and pepper, about a teaspoon, some chopped green onions, just the green parts, and a cup of water. So let's take it all to the stove. First thing, let's season our boiling water, salt and pepper, about a teaspoon of each, teaspoon of our garlic butter. Let's bring that to a boil, let that garlic butter melt. Give it a whisk as we pour in the polenta. Now you want to whisk this because it will cake up and kind of gum up and get lumpy if you don't. So just pour it in slow as you stir. And don't be afraid, you can't be afraid of polenta or grits, because if it starts to get too thick, you just add some more water. If it starts to get too thin, you just let it boil the water off. It's really hard to mess up grits, and once they've gotten to where they've gotten, you can take it farther by adding or heating up the water. Either add some or boil it off. So we've got a good rolling boil. We're going to keep stirring this so it doesn't stick to the bottom. Don't want to scorch it. And it started off as a high heat for the boil, and we've turned it down to a medium heat to simmer. After about 5 minutes, I decided to go ahead and check it to see how done the polenta was. And about 2 or 3 more minutes, and we've got down to this consistency. It's starting to get real thick. So at this point, we're going to add in our cheese and give that a stir. Incorporate the cheese, let that melt. And we're really getting down to the done part here. And then we're going to go ahead and add in our green onions and give that a stir. And these are done. These are ready to eat like they are, but we're going to go a little bit farther with them. So I've got a small baking dish. I'm going to pour these grits right in there. You can see how thick they are. They're ready to go. The longer they sit off the heat, the thicker they're going to get too. So when you take them off the heat, this temperature here, they've still got a little bit of runniness to them, but as you put it on a cold plate, it'll stiffen up. So I'm just going to kind of get those even, and that's all set. And then into the fridge overnight. And that's our video for the day, guys. You'll have to come back and see what we do with the grits after the fact. We're going to refrigerate these, and then we're going to continue to cook them. So hit those buttons, like, subscribe, share, and ring that bell icon so you know what we're doing when we're doing it.